Hello, everyone. Welcome to Around the JFL, episode 5. We've now reached half of a 10. It has been quite a long journey along this single, um, uh, somewhat podcast together. Once again, we have Brady and myself repping the council today. John is away. He might make a cameo later on to come in and talk shop a little bit. But tonight, we are your hosts once again, kind of stealing the host job from John a little bit, considering we've been in every episode. John hasn't. But yeah. We have just finished up week 6 in season 7, and we are going to talk a bit of shop about the current state of the league, what's going on, what our early playoff predictions are going to look like, and probably look at where those seedings are going to fall, and also give a little bit of a retrospective for the past year of JFL, as we just recently passed the 1 year anniversary in real life for the entire league about a week or two ago. So I'm really excited for this one, Brady. Glad to have you here with us. Um, Anything you want to add before we get into this?
Really, I'm just here.
All right. So, to kick things off, let's talk about the state of the league here in week 6, at the tail end of week 6, going on to week 7, with some of the top performers and some of the bottom performers. Do we want to go division by division, or do we just want to bounce around like top team to bottom team?
I don't think it really matters that much.
True. Um, let's mix
Probably
it.
be easier to go division.
Sure. Um, let's let's do the same order we did last time. Let's go bottom up and start with the South. Um, Hello to the Jackals for the first time in a while. It looks like they're finally clicking. They've got all their pieces firing. Heath Stafford is fantastic, one of the best tight ends in the league right now, and Gordon Golden has found his stride in his sophomore year. I think this team is looking real nice right now, and the Tyrants are also just behind them, stretching out with a 500 record. And this South team, these top two teams in the South, are looking competitive, and it's looking like an actual race.
An actual race going on here, and it's kind of nice to see that just a team that has at least 4 wins is going to be. I'm hoping that we're going to get a good winner of the South for once.
I agree. I think whoever wins the South, it's gonna be, I think they're gonna have 5 wins. I bet,
Yep.
to win the South, but it's gonna be close between these two teams. They are very close together in point differential at the current moment, and they are 4-2 for the Jackals and 3-3 for the Tyrants. The Jackals have got quite the advantage on point differential though right now. They're sitting at 34 positive, while the Tyrants are sitting at minus 14. So it's probably going to come down to record in this case, unless the Jackals lose out, which I know they've got a tough final 2 weeks. They play Sabres and Rhinos, who, spoiler alert, are some of our top two teams in the league right now. Um, but if they can keep those games close at least, even if they lose them, and if they keep them close, they can still eke out a win over the Tyrants with equal record. So that's really what the Tyrants are hoping for. The Jackals are hoping for, is to keep things close in this final stretch and hope the Tyrants don't win their last 2 games. Which the Tyrants have got Admirals and Leopards. It's going to come down to week 8. Um, that Leopards game is going to say a lot, and Leopards are looking good this season. So it's going to be a fight.
Looking too great, but then they made a splash move.
They did. They were looking a little bit of a mid pack team, and then they pulled off a ginormous trade. We'll get to the Leopards later, but keep
Yeah.
in mind they're dangerous now. Um, and then the other side of the South Division, the Cobras are currently sitting at 0-6 and are unfortunately not looking to take a win at any point during the season. I don't think they're looking to break the Sentry's record from last season, and it's not close. Um,
Play. They do play the Glaciers in week 8.
That they do. However, they might still beat. They're still gonna beat the Century's record last season for most points or for the worst point differential. They are currently sitting at minus 152. It
I don't
is.
I I don't think who do the Cobras? Cobras play the Griffins. I don't think the Cobras will win that game.
Mm-mm.
Um, I think their best shot is week 8.
It likely is, and for we did spoil it a little for the same thing that involves the leopards. Glaciers don't look as strong anymore,
Yep,
and they are kind of in a rebuild mode and a bit of a tank mode right now. They've only got one win themselves, but the Cobras could get it there in week 8. It is possible. Um, and our final South team, just to touch on them quick, the Lancers are stuck in their perpetual loop since season 3 once
yeah, they're just
again.
kind of living with winning a few games a season and
Yeah.
kind of chilling, doing nothing much.
Now, one thing to be said though, earlier this morning or last night, I think it was last night, the Lancers did just hire a new manager, Cameron
Correct.
Black. So I'm going to be very interested to see what he does with this team. I know him personally. He plays Ultimate Frisbee with John and I on Riot Control. But I'm interested to see what he takes into this new team, this historic team that has been good, but it's very top heavy right now. And so, does he cut his losses, maybe try and get some more capital out of his aging players, or does he let him ride and just try and draft around? We'll see.
It'll be interesting.
It will be. I think the first move is to get Ernie Gecko off of 14 million though.
Ah,
I know he's good. He's made All Pro every season beforehand, but then I don't think 14 million is an acceptable amount to pay a player in this league with a cap space of 70 million.
I agree.
That's too much, especially at a running back position.
Yep.
But I'll be interested to see what the Lancers do.
But
Yeah.
all
Moving
right,
up into the West. We've got some sneaky teams in here.
we do. We really
Interestingly,
do.
there is not a single team below 500 in the West right now. And that's crazy to say with the Admirals surviving the gauntlet of the 3 game stretch of division matchups and are still 500.
The Admirals have really been interesting to watch this season because either play so great or so poorly.
They really do.
And they
Like,
don't really have like a whole core to the team. They have a few pieces on each side.
that's a really good way to put it. Like, they've got Barik Bay, Kayvon Holland, great rising stars, I would say, for their positions. And then they have other people that are still from their random picks from when they were first integrated into the league. And so they've got some work still to make up for it, but they've got some solid core guys in there that are that are really putting this team competitive in this division, which is
Yep, they've got
really surprising.
Kayvon Holland, Hez Watkins,
Yeah, that's a
Bar- Bar-
spicy duo.
Barik Bay, and I'd say that's really their 3 best right there.
Bruce Bateman, their linebacker, is also up there. He's making a good case. I think he's like third or fourth in tackles right now on the season.
Really,
He's high. He's pretty high up on the tackles in season 7 right now, if I remember correctly. I was just looking at it.
he is
He's fourth.
number 3. He's number 3 with two
You're right.
sacks and
Yeah,
six
no,
forced fumbles. That is
he
crazy.
8 chaos plays. He's kind of making a bit of a campaign for himself right now.
I was
He's
not familiar with that.
yeah.
Yeah. So they've got 4 on each side. Oh, look, somebody
Good
else is in here.
evening, Makai.
Draymond Daniels for MVP. I don't care what anybody says. He is the best player in the league right now. And respect to EJ Duffy. I'm not saying F EJ Duffy, that's for sure. Because he's a good kid too. But Draymond Daniels, 2,400 passing yards, 7,000 touchdowns. Both his receivers lead the league right now, 1 and 2.
Is that part true? Actually, that is true.
You're right. But he's gone.
He is gone. We'll touch on that later, but
We had
yeah,
the lovely
he's
thing where I can't hear you when someone joins the call. I'll be right
no.
back.
What a weird Discord bug. That is such a strange Discord bug.
It really is.
Okay, so apologies for that brief interruption from Mackay. Campaigning for
No,
Draymond Daniels MVP season.
not even talking about the Central yet.
Not no, we haven't. We're still talking about the
Admiral.
Admirals and their surprising turnaround. So yeah, uh, I think current manager DeMarco Valentino has got a good core to play around with, and with the current aging of a lot of season one vets, which is hitting the West pretty hard, due to them all being original season one teams, they're kind of in a position to snipe this division away in a season or two.
Negative 27 in point differential though right now.
Yeah, it is hurting them a bit. They're not at the top of the game yet, but with a 500 record, they've got a chance to make some things happen. I think in a season or two,
I would agree
they've
with
got a
that
strong
statement.
core. They're probably gonna still have a decently high pick in this upcoming draft. I'm gonna be excited for season 8 Admirals for sure. Um, some of the other teams in the West, the Paladins are falling to 3-3 once again. Are also getting hit a little with that regression. Their core is getting pretty old and up there. Breda's still doing all right, but Randall Corlin is taking a bit of a step back. I do so believe, and a lot of their defense is getting old. So it is. Or I'm sorry, Randall Corlin. Where is he's 1671, 133 on 199 pass attempts, 12, 7, and 6 for touchdowns in sacks. He's doing all right for himself, but he might be starting to get that old man syndrome soon. So he is 7th in passing yards right now, which is respectable.
It's
It,
pretty good for him.
it's respectable, but we do know that a lot of our season one guys are starting to get hit with their age, and so I don't want to say he's the most susceptible, but of the 4 people we put on the Mount Rushmore in our first ever video of this, he is the lowest in passing yards. Though I will say the other 3 are all somehow 3, 4, and 5 right now, and they're all stupid close. They're all within 6 yards of each other in passing. So maybe the QBs aren't falling off yet, but the guys around them are starting to feel it. Their age.
I feel that the Paladins are one of the teams most susceptible to regression in the
Mm-hmm.
upcoming seasons because they haven't really changed their team that much.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you were as good as the Paladins were, you don't need to.
Right.
But when you're not really doing super great drafting and developing as much because if you don't have the picks anymore, if you just don't hit on them anymore because you're picking later, they just haven't really been keeping up with some of the other teams, which I believe has led to their 500 record currently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they could easily regress in the near future, especially considering some of the upcoming retirements from season 1 and season 2 players.
Yeah. He's got a lot of season 1 players, especially on defense. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna he's gonna maybe need a good rebuild or a refill pretty quick uh, in a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see that. The Sharks, last year's Jupiter Bowl winners, taking a small step back, currently at 4-2. They're doing all right for themselves. Tiber is still playing pretty well. He had a slow start, but he's back to his form at the moment. Um, and I would say they're also susceptible a little bit to this, also
Similar to the
to the
Paladins.
Paladins. A little less so, but they are still in danger of
Yes.
it. Mason Mountain, don't know how many years he's got left, but it's gonna hurt when he finally goes. He's coming off a contract this upcoming year. You never know what happens when someone comes off contract. So we'll
Their
see.
biggest, I feel that their biggest issue is they just let rookies rot on the practice squad.
They do. They do have a tendency to do that. So maybe
They
some of
have
them will be able to play eventually. Maybe he'll finally be able to use some of them for once
th-
and give them a
their
chance.
their first round pick from this last draft hasn't even seen the field yet.
Has he
We're six
really
games in.
not? No
The
way.
tight end.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I can't. I
it's
forgot about
just
that. Huh. Bronson
uh,
Nomura hasn't seen the field yet.
not
That's
to mention his other three rookies that haven't played.
Yep. It's sad. But that's sometimes what happens when you got a really good a really good team. They just you don't play them unless they look great in camp. So,
No.
who knows? And then the sneaky good team from the West who has kind of evaded the radar in our
Yes.
weekly polls for top teams, the Corsairs, sitting at 5-1, tied with the Rhinos. They're looking good this
You
season.
know, if I didn't have the record in front of me on the computer,
I wouldn't
I wouldn't
speak.
know that they're 5-1.
I know. I was thinking the same thing right before I came to look at it earlier. But they've got 43 point differential right now. They are currently in third place in the entire league, running a triple running back scheme.
True.
With one of them being season one of them
Yep.
like season 4 or 5, and the most recent addition, Grazer Pershing from this most recent draft, where Commissioner John went up to second overall and drafted one of the greatest running back prospects we've ever seen, which is even better than Thurman Jiesman that we saw last season, and is splitting carries with two other extraordinarily fantastic backs.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, they're just like they're not really showing up per se in the weekly awards,
right.
but they are doing very well this year.
They're doing
Doing very
great.
well. Doing very well.
I mean, 5-1, you can't complain.
Yep.
Like, who did they even drop their one game to? I can't even remember.
I don't.
Let me find it. It was to the Sharks. That's it.
Okay.
Only to the Sharks in week 5. And it was a one-score game. Or, sorry, not one score, 1 point game. 33-32 Sharks.
Then they just beat the Rhinos by 1 point.
And they just beat the Rhinos, who were previously perceived to be the best team in the league. So, this is looking like a dangerous team still, even
They,
after not really drafting super high level the past two
they normally
drafts.
are, but like it's more surprising this season.
It's more surprising this season because the past two drafts, John has purposely not tried to take like top talent in every spot to try and make his team worse. This most recent season, he literally sold out his entire draft to go and get Grazer Pershing after already having a great running back room. He's like, I just want the really good running back, and that because it's funny. And now he's 5-1, and he's looking like a sneaky playoff team right now, currently winning the West, and the Sharks are right behind him by only one win and a difference of 2 point differential points. They're right next to him, but it's gonna be close. If the Corsairs drop a game, the Sharks are right there next to them again. But the Sharks got to play the Rhinos in week 7, and the
That'll
Corsairs
be it.
play the Kingfishers, and that might widen the gap quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun one to watch. So I would say right now Corsairs have got it, but it is still practically anyone's division at this point.
Absolutely. Would agree.
Moving up to the Central Division, we've got one of the most dominant teams we've seen in the league so far. Another team that has shown surprisingly great access into this league after making some moves in the offseason. And a somewhat record appears to be disappointing season, but the Hoplites, I would say, are actually having a decent season for themselves in the box score wise. And the Kingfishers, unfortunately, are getting hit with some tales of woe at the moment. So the Kingfishers lost one of their players, linebacker CJ Precise, in the middle of the season after having a unfortunate game and going to I believe he got injured and he just retired on the spot afterwards.
I believe so. He didn't really believe in the future of the team or how it was playing or how they were playing, and he decided to call it quits.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate scene, especially with CJ. He wasn't season one. He could have stuck around for a bit more time, but he unfortunately he did not like the direction of the team at the current moment and decided to call it quits. And one of their older vets on the team as well, Soren Kelsey, has just demanded a trade or to be released from the team recently in the news,
Yeah,
which is very
I was just going to
surprising to
talk about
see.
that.
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
he was on the towers. I hope the wind's not too bad. I am walking outside right now.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, he has like I think almost 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's 33, but he's playing for an 0-6 team. He's been on the Leopards, the Salamanders, the Towers, and then he just got shipped off to the Kingfishers, who are 0-6.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not happy. He wants to play for a contender, which I understand. He's old, wants another shot at another ring. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of surprising because you don't
it
see that
is.
very often.
He's currently top of his team in receiving yards, and I'm pretty sure by a decent amount. Like it's surprising to see that news in the middle of the season. And I think the Kingfishers have been having a bit of trouble for a minute with that culture over there, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
But it's starting to haunt them a little. So it's unfortunate, but it is something that current manager is gonna have to deal with. Um,
indeed.
the Hoplites made some big moves in the offseason as well, and even with a
True.
2-4 record, they have a
They're,
positive point differential with
they,
plus
they
9
are
right now.
looking pretty good because they've been
Uh-huh.
losing the games that they've lost were close.
And they've had a few solid statement games as well. Like underneath Joe Syke with a recent acquisition in the offseason, this team is looking kind of nice right now.
True, very true.
It's quite impressive to see what Marion has done with this team. But it's very exciting to see this turnaround and a potential big turnaround next season with the right draft. Zion Williams with Joe Syke is doing well. Quay Sutton,
Yeah,
new
I feel
rookie.
like that's the biggest story is how well Joe Syke has been doing.
He's been doing great this season. Like
Yeah,
in comparison to like how he did previously with the Rhinos, like Joe Syke is just underneath Randall Corlin in passing yards right now.
I
Like
know.
he is playing a bit of a Jameis Winston game. He is 12-10 for TDs to interceptions. Not the most careful with the ball, but he's scoring
Nope,
them
but
points.
yeah, he's scoring points. He's doing all right.
He's doing okay. So you know what? It's working out. Do I think he's the guy that's gonna be there long term at this point?
Absolutely not.
No, 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 no. I think honestly the Hoplites could draft a QB this very next draft. But like he's proving to be a very capable bridge quarterback right now, which is what we said back in the season 2 draft analysis when we did that video all the way back in geez
A while
in the
ago.
summer, like beginning of summer. So
Is it really that long ago?
yeah, I remember editing that video just after I got out of school over like Labor Day weekend or something.
Wow.
So, but yeah, that crumpling was a little loud. You get something in the mail?
No. Maybe. It's important. Sorry. I just need to have it. The bubble wrap is not being kind.
I assume.
I'm done now. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this team is looking kind of nice right now. They did just suffer an injury in Greg Gregenreg, unfortunately, and he's now out for the rest of the season. But their playoff hopes were not really around. Uh, amazing, amazing.
Needed to have it.
Yeah, highlights are doing all right. The record's bad, but you're doing good. Justice.
For sure, yeah.
Justice for highlights.
But yeah, so I think they've got a lot to be happy about with this season, even with the record, and with one more nice draft and one or two guys, I could see this team coming around pretty quick.
Yes.
It's unfortunate the move that had to be done was Ty Mall getting benched, but with how they've been performing at this point, maybe it was his bad attitude that was holding them back. So,
No, I remember looking at his stats, and he really wasn't that bad either.
no,
Just there's no really clear explanation to what was going on.
I don't know, but maybe it was. Maybe Ty Mall just could not get along with his receiving room or his D O line or something. I don't know, but it's
Maybe.
looking like things are swinging back for him at this point. It seems like the team is playing their best and is playing happy. Uh, After that, the Towers 4-2 after making some big moves in the offseason got Conan McCullough in the offseason from the Griffins.
Good. Don't forget who else they have.
They've got Devin Pacer, Hunter Swallow, and they've got the full DB room back in action as well. You got someone
Do you
else
not
in mind?
remember Donnie Extroa?
Donnie Extroa. I just saw him after some baffling moves made in the offseason across the whole league, really.
Yeah.
Towers going into the season looks like a top 3 team. And
Yep.
honestly, they're still pretty high up there. Their record says 4-2, but like in our
They've been
weekly power
playing like
rankings, they're still like top 5. They've been
they've
playing
been playing
well.
like a top 5 team.
They have
It's
been.
just that simple. They've been good. King Salazar, crazy season so far.
Dude, he's in his 7th season and he is in the running for defensive player of the year by a mile. The next closest person
He
has
could
like 8 chaos plays and he's got 12.
he could pretty much stop playing and probably still win it,
Yeah. Like he is
which feels wild to say.
it's wild that at one he's not I don't think he's going to get it this year anymore. But at one point we were saying, "Damn, King Salazar might just win MVP." Like if he kept his current pace. He had like 7 chaos plays through week like 3 or something.
Yeah.
It was
He was
ridiculous.
he was crazy.
He was moving, and he hasn't his pace has slowed down a little, but like he's nearly got defensive player of the year on lock at this point. He needs like one more and he's set. And he's got 2 games to do it, and with the current season, I see him doing it. Unfortunately, it did seem to come at the cost of DeLewis Dather getting injured again. However, he's going to be back for the playoffs.
Which is huge. But I mean, I'm more concerned about Lewis in the long run.
I am too. Is this his second injury? Was it him that was injured last season? I can't remember if it was him or Brutus.
It was him.
Okay. So
He's
they're both
piled a few
somewhat my.
injuries. He's starting to seem a little bit injury prone. Which
Mm-hmm.
when he's playing, the Towers are great and amazing, and they still play great without him.
Mm-hmm.
But not having him on the field, that takes away part of the no-fly zone.
And that is really where the majority of their team lies, because their wide receiver room is elite. Like it's among one of the better ones. Their QB play hasn't always been there. Conan is elevating it this season, but everything else around it, it's the DB room that holds this entire team together. And when the DB room doesn't play well, it's seen because the D line and the linebacker room have historically not been able to carry it, even with a big name like Ruiz Levy in there. And Donnie Xero is helping this team now, but in previous years he wasn't there, and it was seen very hard. So with this
What's
DB
Stroh
room,
doing this season?
I'm not sure exactly, but I do know that their defense has been
Three
has been
sacks through
better.
5 games.
That's decent. That's pretty good.
I'll check their game this week to see
They're
if you got any
doing
more.
they're doing a lot better than they did defensively last year. This year, they've led up currently 114 points, which is currently 43 better from last season. Now, they could still meet what they allowed last season, but they're on pace to be better, which is a very good sign.
At 4 sacks on the season, so
There you go. 4
great
sacks
pickup.
within 6 games is pretty good, I would say.
Yes,
And it was some really weird moves to allow Donnie
yeah, it
Exroa
was
to get to this team, but he's absolutely elevating the team.
absolutely.
Um, and man, Devin Pacer and Hunter Salo, original Kingfisher players, are now on the Tower team together, back in action
With
together. They're looking good. The whole room is looking good at this point. And Rigo Fenham and Deegan Amuka are serving as that dual field backfield right now. Solid group. Nothing outstanding, but they're not a detriment to the team. They're getting good stuff done. So I think that
one of them
plan
develop
from
more, but because like I just want to see one of them really break out and take over that RB1 spot.
I really do too. I think it's gonna be um I think it'll be likely Rigo Fenham, the higher drafted one from last season. I think the elusive back is just gonna he's gonna have a bit more staying power, but I'd like to see one of them get more touches than the other, or start taking
Yes,
more. But they have been running that dual field for a while, and their stats are pretty comparable to show for it. But we will see how they finish out the season. But right now, they're looking solid. Sorry, Regal Phantom's got like 100 more yards than Deegan does, and like 20 more carries. So he is having a bit better of a season.
season.
However, they both kind of have a fumble problem right now. Rigo
Do they?
Phantom's got 4 fumbles, and Deegan
Oh,
Amuka's got 3. There's 7 fumbles in that backfield combined.
no, you don't like to see that.
No, not at all. They're both kind of losing those points. And that might be where their 2 losses come from, are those fumbles, I would say. Like that
Yeah,
hurts. That hurts the team a lot. Now, they've faced a pretty good schedule, and pretty good players, but the best players hold on to that ball. So they beat the Sharks to start. They've beat some good opponents, but it's it's looking it's looking a mighty bit rough over there. We'll see how they finish out.
yeah.
They could have a strong finish, but they lost to both the Rhinos and the Hoplites, which still respectable losses. And they just took care of the Lancers pretty well, and they got the Glaciers at home and the Paladins at home to finish out. So we'll see how they finish, but they're in a good spot. I think they're pretty well situated for playoffs right now. I think they get in at this point in time,
As long as they don't completely fall apart,
as long as they don't completely fall apart.
which
Correct.
we do not expect to happen.
No, they win one more game. I think they're guaranteed in at this point.
Yep.
And finally, the final team of the Central, the Rhinos. As of week 5, we're looking like the best team in the league. As of week 6, are currently still one of the best teams in the league, if not still the best. That is a debate. At 5-1, with the one of the highest point differentials in the league. The Rhinos have just had it all this season, and they only just lost their first game to the Corsairs by a single point, who are
Yep.
our sneaky players, or our sneaky team. So I think the Rhinos are still in a perfect spot. As Mackay jumped in earlier and said, Draymond Daniels is having an MVP caliber season, currently with 2,400 passing yards, great touchdowns, and has got both of his top 2 wide receivers to be number 1 and number 2 in yards.
It's
And
been kind of a dogfight for the top 5 wide receivers this
it
season.
has been. It's
Like we've seen a
insane.
lot of switching back and forth.
It's ridiculous how much up and down there's been in this competition. But Drew Pinion and Herman Perryman have both consistently been at the top of that leaderboard. And even with Herman being, he's like 10-ish, 14 yards behind Drew Pinion, is 40 yards, or nearly 40 yards ahead of third place in Devontae Hodgins, which is insanity. They both
And all it
have,
takes is one game, and anyone's taken over for the next. But
yeah.
it's just crazy.
Drew Pinion's got 7 touchdowns. Herman's got 5. They both have 57 receptions. Like, these guys are ball magnets right now, and they
They-
can do no wrong with Draymond Daniels, or as Mackay
Yeah.
loves to call him, Double D7. He is slinging that rock like nobody's business. He's the only one over 2,000 yards right now through 6 games, and he's comfortably past that threshold. Especially with his most recent performance of 540 some yards against the
The
Corsairs.
only crazy thing is that game where he played against the no-fly zone, which put his total interceptions up to 9.
He did, yeah. He threw what, 3 to 5 interceptions in that one game, and
I will look real quick.
I can't remember how many it was, but I know it was a big number. But they still won that game by just
Yep.
completely still throwing that football literally almost every play. I mean, he's got
He threw 6 interceptions that game.
Oh my god, that's insane! And they still
Two
won that game.
thirds, 2/3 of his interceptions are from the same game.
Like, you take that game off of his record, and he has the best TD to interception ratio. Like, he's at 19-9 right now. EJ Duffy is
He'd be at-
just below at 20-4, but like, imagine he's 19-3. Like, he's clear MVP favorite there. Then
Yes.
immediately, the only reason EJ Duffy, my own quarterback, is in the conversation right now is because he's got a better TD interception ratio.
And
But,
worse
like,
wide receivers.
Yes. But, like, that is insane. He's having a stellar season. And,
Yes.
like,
I mean, it's weird to see. I mean,
but I can almost tell you exactly why, though. Number of attempted passes. Guess what? Do you want to take a guess at who has the second most attempted passes? Or at least, like, what the number is?
say if there's an average of probably around 30 a game, done 6 games, I'm gonna say. Who am I guessing? Draymond Daniels
It's
or what?
Ruth Legane and Gordon Golden are tied at number 2.
Okay, they probably are at around 238 attempts.
A little high. They're both at 205. Draymond Daniels, 252
Oh,
passing attempts. He's
That's-
got 50 more attempted passes. That's how you get 600 more yards.
yeah.
Is you just keep slinging the rock. So then you go down to rushing, and let's find Alan Galvin. How many rushing attempts has he had? 126 rushing attempts. He's not leading the league, but he's in like the top 5 or 6 in rushing attempts. And the reason they're getting all these attempts for everything is their stellar defense this year. Their defense is
They're always on
playing
offense.
so good. They're always on offense. This defense has been electric. They've only let up 146 points this season and like so many chaos plays. Their linebacker room is insane. John Caldwell and Camberlin are both playing at like top level linebackers right now. Both of them have. Camberlin's got 5 fumbles. John Caldwell's got 6 and a sack. They just keep getting the ball back. They can't do wrong. As if you got the ball, just keep going. They're not chewing clock. They're going for it all.
And don't forget about Poe Cork at linebacker 3.
And Poe Cork at linebacker 3. He hasn't gotten any chaos plays, but he's getting plenty of
Actually,
tackles as well.
he's coming off of a 15 tackle, 1 forced fumble game.
Take it
So
back.
he does
then.
have one.
He does have one now. And then their DB room has gotten a pick or two as well. Like this Rhinos defense is like top of the league right now. It's stellar. So I think they've gotten so many takeaways that they just keep giving the ball back to their offense and allowing them just to go nuclear. Brady got
All right, what else?
he got a package in the mail earlier in the recording.
There was some
That's
aggressive
fantastic.
rustling. I ran outside to my mailbox while holding my computer. After some aggressive package opening.
Debating whether to
What
keep
the-
that in or not.
What topic are we talking about right now, other than just the Rhinos?
Right now, we've just been going division by division, talking about the current state of the league. We just have been on the topic of the Rhinos inside the Central, and basically to wrap it up, the Rhinos are basically. I think they've got the Central on lock, even with the Towers only 1 game behind. Like their point differential is second best in the league at like 74 or 75 right now. They're playing amazing football. These guys are going to be the 1 or 2 seed going into playoffs, depending on how the last few weeks stretch out.
Yeah, I don't see them not getting a top 2 seed unless they lose to the Sharks somehow, and then
They'd have to blow. I think they'd have to blow both of their games almost.
well, because I think a team could go, like the Corsairs could take the 2 seed if they
don't lose anymore. Yes, that is
yeah,
correct.
if the Corsairs went up. Which
But
that'd be
it's-
wild if the Rhinos blew that.
Yeah,
Would be.
but I think they're locked in for a top 3 seed at minimum and a 80% chance of a top 2 seed. Like they're making playoffs. They're 100% making playoffs.
Yeah,
At 5-1 with the second best point differential. They can set their sights to prepare for there right now.
They're still my Super Bowl favorite, but I have Rhinos Sabres basically at the same odds for Super Bowl. I think that's going to be our Super Bowl matchup. And
Brady just got shot hearing that after hearing his team won't make his 3rd straight Super Bowl appearance.
They have not won any of those.
the Salamanders are the 8 seed right now after starting 0-3.
That they are.
I am on pace to be the first team to lose a Juper Bowl to every team.
That is true. That is true. You already have played a Super Bowl against 3 of the 4 West teams.
Just got to get there with the Admirals at some point. With that, let's pivot into the East, and we'll go out of order for a second. We'll talk about the Salamanders since we're on the topic. Slow start, but
Horrible start.
we know,
Horrible start.
but we know what happened last time they had a slow start. They made it all the way to the Jupiter Bowl in season 5 again.
Yeah, but their
So,
slow start wasn't 0-3.
Yeah, it was.
Was it? I don't think it
I
was.
think
No.
Was it not?
No, I don't think so.
I thought it was.
They didn't start out 0-3.
I'm going back to check. Did it start 1-3 then?
It might have been. That sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they won like one
It
game
was
in there and then
one-
lost 2.
No, hold on. They started 2-0. They started 2-0.
Yeah, because I lost
and then you
my
won three
middle three
straight.
games.
Yeah, it was the middle three. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it wasn't this slow. Okay. So you did have some wind in your sails then. This season started 0-3, looked very dire. Now you're 500 and climbing back out of the pits of despair of point differential, and you're now positive again, which is
That's my
really
biggest
good.
enemy is
It
the
was.
differential.
It is because that first game against the Direwolves was so uncharacteristic. It was
So
it was
bad.
nuts.
So bad.
The Direwolves just decided to become Supermans for a second.
Yeah, and the
And
fact
go
that the
nuts.
Direwolves have not carried off of that at all this season is wild.
It hurts them so much, and we'll get to them when we get to the north. But like the Salamanders have climbed their way back up out of that deficit, and are now ahead of Direwolves in point differential. Again, Direwolves are 12s, Salamanders 17. So
Let's keep winning.
let's keep winning. If you keep winning, you're gonna make it. But it's basically playoff hopes are in your hands. You've got to win every game, though. You lose one more, and it gets such a toss up.
You know, it sounds like something else that I've been hearing about a certain team for a while.
Oh yeah, maybe the one that's on my chest right now as well in the recording. But yeah, so let's hope the Salamanders can keep it up, make another playoff appearance for them. Otherwise, it might.
I'm hoping to play the Sabres in the first round.
I'm not. I would like to not do that. My track record against Salamanders in the playoffs are not good. But I think the Salamanders are positioned to be able to make their run back in. Do I think they can? I don't know if they can snipe back the division title.
You shut your mouth. It's possible.
It's
improbable.
It's the Leopards.
With the Rhinos loss,
the Leopards got to
there's a very
lot.
interesting. There's a very interesting turn of events that can occur now. Because the Rhinos blew that game, the Sabres could win out and get the 1 seed, and the Salamanders could sneak into the 8 seed, and the Sabres could then have to play the Salamanders in the first round, and the Rhinos be spared from having to do that.
This is true. Now,
which is, good for the Rhinos.
If the Salamanders wanted to jump the Leopards and win the division, which is a little more far-fetched, but they're only a single game behind. But the Leopards are at 45 point differential. The Leopards got to lose
pretty much from one game.
It could happen from one game, yeah. Or they did get it from
that's
one
how
game.
The Leopards got it from one game.
The most recent game of week 6, 49-3. Leopards handed the Glaciers their ass on a silver platter.
Now we can talk about
the trade. Tony has been insistent on getting a star running back for the past 3 seasons, but has refused to draft one. And god damn it, he went and got it. He pried leading rusher Ray Bold off of the Glaciers in an insane move. And not only that, also got Ivan Dekalov at the same time. And just
the league is messed up. The league is messed up right now. The Leopards have a franchise running back, and the Rhinos have a franchise quarterback. That's not how it's supposed to be, but they have.
Yeah. In typical Tony fashion, he sees something that he wants, and he gives up the entire house for it. And
every time.
He's got 4 Hall of Fame players out of those moves, so I can fault it.
Here, take my whole draft.
I can't remember. I think we made a calculation at one point, and I think we said that he was over cap space at 71 instead of 70. I'll go back and do math again, but I
think he did something to address that I forgot to punch in.
Okay, good to know. But so he's got so much star power on this team now, and while he was sitting at 3-2, decided I can still win this and went all in. And immediately put himself back into the conversation for playoffs.
I would, however, like to point out their cakewalk of a schedule.
They have had a decently easy schedule. They literally ripped 2 franchise players off of the Glaciers and then played them.
And then,
their last 2 games. Their last 2 games are the Hoplites and the Tyrants.
So, it's they're looking like they could sneak up and take a pretty high seed
I
because
think they're gonna.
they could
I
whoop
think they're
Yeah,
gonna
I've got
beat
the
those teams
Leopards
Bucks.
too.
top qual right. I think the Leopards are the third best team in the league right now after the trade.
It's possible. The Towers we've had up really high for a long time, but the Leopards might have just completely shot themselves to the moon to steal that
Salamanders
spot.
versus everyone.
Yeah, I've got Towers at 4 now.
Yeah, it's it's really interesting to see what two moves can do, but like this was such a team changing move. The Leopards literally just ignited their entire fan base. They're selling out the stadium now because of this move. They were looking like maybe mid season or whatever. They might make playoffs. They might be a first round exit. Now they're looking for it all as the what like
Yeah,
the
good.
fifth or sixth seed right now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
This is looking like a
I
dangerous
think this
team.
is exactly what they needed to do because their window is closing. They've got a lot of old players. Their core is ancient. Ricky Toon, Ruth Legane, Carlton Locke, all these players, they're old and they're aging, and they really do not have a lot of time left to win it all. And it was really looking close. Like I thought they were going to make it this season and then get knocked out and probably now that they've got Raybold and Ivan Eklov to anchor those holes that were the biggest gap on the team. I think that they're a huge Super Bowl threat this season and next season. Their stars retire.
I
I don't
agree.
believe in them.
You don't because you're in their division, but yeah. And John, we were just talking about this earlier. The season one regressions that we've seen across the league, we thought were gonna hit right now, especially with the early QB play. Now looking at the stats though, it seems like the QBs are kind of escaping it a little bit with our four Mount Rushmore, or at least three out of our four season one Mount Rushmore QBs are all top seven in passing right now.
Same thing with running backs, though. Actually, because right now, Icy Danzler and Alan Galvin are about to make All Pro. They're season 1 and season 2 players. Danny Cruzan's about to make All Pro. He could lead the league in rushing, season 1 player. And Ernie Gecko is the first guy off of All Pro, season 1 player. So like the running backs are also holding up really well, which
They
is
really
surprising to
are.
me.
It is because I'd expect them almost to be the first ones out of here, but they're still here. And now the one that we're really seeing the first drop off in is the wide receivers because Andre Vermil is really the only one that was on that mountain initially who is still up here. And he's having a great year, but
So
like
I would
everyone
like to
else
talk
is
about
taking a
that. Have we
bit of a
talked
step
about the
back.
Corsairs yet?
We talked about them
Yes.
earlier as being like our sneaky good team of we didn't expect them to be good yet, but they're 5-1 and like the third best team in the league, like statistically wise right now.
Yeah. So can I go on a little Corsair talk since
No.
they're my team?
Yes, you can.
Sure, go for it.
So
They
I would
suck.
love
End of rant.
just the fact that this team was not supposed to be this good this season, right?
We said
But
that,
I'm
yeah.
very, very surprised because my whole idea this season, I won my Super Bowl. I just kind of want to have fun with it. I want to have the best running back room to ever live, right? I drafted Grazier Pershing. I made an insane trade to acquire him. And 3 firsts, 3 seconds, and like another pick or something. Just outrageous. And then I have 3 running backs. Aging Icy Danzler, who was pretty last, couple years. Rondell Sal, who made All Pro, and then Grazier Pershing. So, okay, this is going to be awesome. Probably Rondell's the first guy. Grazier's my 2, and then Icy, aging vet. Give him some experience. But then Icy Danzler shows up in his 7th season, 32 years old, and is like, this is how it's done, rookie, and decides he wants to make All Pro in this super crowded backfield. It's just insane. I'm so proud of Icy Danzler. And then at the same time, Andre Vermil, also season 1 guy, is also kicking to make All Pro again, which is crazy. But that one's a little less crazy. But because we're such a run first team now, that whenever we do throw the ball, it's going to Andre Vermil.
I will
So it's a little bit easier for him.
I will say Andre Vermil is kind of a little bit in danger of getting knocked out of All Pro. He's only got
Yeah.
4 touchdowns, which is kind of hurting him a little bit, and a little bit less in receptions. So that I don't know if that helps or hurts, but he does have significantly less receptions than a bunch of these other guys above him. But he's towing that line right now. However, he's about 70 yards ahead of the next person of Desmond Saller. So we'll see how it goes. But it
Did
is
you refer to him with his government name?
I'm sorry, rookie sensation Desmond
No
Stone.
longer rookie, still
No,
a
still a
sensation.
sensation. Dude, I swear, if I had him, I would actually put that on a shirt. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
Um,
Okay, well, I gotta dip out, but it was good to pop in for a minute.
John,
Sorry I
petition
couldn't make the whole show. That's my fault.
no worries.
before you leave. Petition to have Dez's nickname be still a sensation.
Or how about just the sensation?
The sensation.
The
The
sensation.
sensation, Desmond Styler. I rock with that.
Gosh,
All
that's
right.
good.
Fantastic. Okay, see you guys.
Have a good one, John.
Let's see if I can hear you.
Can you still hear me?
I can't this time.
Did you hear me while he was talking, while he was in here? Okay,
Mhm.
good. Okay, cool.
But forever, it's normally when
Makai.
Makai
It's Makai.
joins.
He's I don't know why. That's strange. But yeah, so with that rant about the Corsairs out of the way, which we did highlight a bit earlier, and the Leopards looking like a dangerous as hell team right now. Salamanders are looking like they can snipe it back. They just got to keep playing well.
I don't think I can take over the point differential, but I can get up there in record
Right.
if they drop one, which I don't expect to happen.
I don't think so either. I think they're just gonna keep
I-
climbing that point differential. But you
You got to get
can.
into a wild card spot.
Yep. I think the
Which there is an
Salamanders.
extra one this season.
There
is an extra one.
That is a very good point that we haven't mentioned yet. As of season 7, we've got 3 wildcard spots. So, let's look. We can send more people. And on that note, let's look at some of the surprising ones from the East. The Griffins had a pretty big turnaround.
They did. They started out pretty well,
They started super hot. They've scored.
unlike the Salamanders.
They won their first game, lost the second game close, won the third game close, and won their fourth game close. Now they've been a little down since, but both of their two most recent losses in back-to-back weeks have also been close games. And overall, they're sitting with a point differential of -6 after 6 weeks at 3-3. This is looking like a good team again, and it came from the insane drafting class of just having so many first round and especially second round picks under Ben
Yeah.
Sice.
And I would like to say that they still have so much capital.
They have
They
got
still do.
their cap is at 27 out of 70.
They have so many first round picks for the next
They
draft.
could pay
So many.
people, and they've got so many picks in season 8 as well. They are looking like they are gonna load up again in this next draft, and man, are they looking scary for like.
They're looking juicy.
I
They're
don't-
looking magical. They're looking like Ben's finally gonna have something to be proud about.
Absolutely. I don't know if they're gonna be able to beat the Leopards next year or next season. Like John just
They will.
said, the Leopards
my words,
are
they will.
in the Leopards are in win now mode for like this season and next season. But like after that, they got so many people out the door. And the Griffins are one of the, funnily enough, for being an original team, are one of the youngest teams in the league right now with how many people they just loaded up into this
That is
team.
crazy.
Like, take a look at this team. I don't know if I even see a season 1 player anymore.
They have Niall Drum at quarterback too.
Niall Drum at quarterback, who's probably just their bridge. I see him taking a QB soon.
Oh yeah,
Again.
but he's been good.
He has been
for
good.
them
They have been playing well. But like,
in the Towers Conan trade.
man, is Ben looking like he could turn this team into something dangerous either next season or the season after. Like, season 10 is Griffin's time to shine right now, if not season 9. Like, Griffins are on the up right now, and I'm huge on them next season. For sure.
I don't know. I don't believe in them. No, I believe in them more than the Leopards.
I think the Leopards are going to be a flash in the pan kind of style, whereas the Griffins just built a pretty bright future in like one draft, and they still got another one to do it again.
Agreed.
And finally, to make it even, let's talk about the Sentries for a quick minute. Good
They've been doing the
turnaround.
same thing that they always have, just kind of meh.
Yeah, but it's been a good turnaround from last season. They were god awful last season, And their defense has improved so much from last season, and their offense is looking decent again. They've turned things around again. They're still only 2-4, but they're looking like they've got an actual stuff going on now with the addition of Kirk Harvey and Perry Kilgore. These two rookies and Tremaine Cook, they've been playing well. They've got this team
Kirk
back to
Harvey's
where they
been
need
kind
them
of
to be.
spotty, but
He's been spotty, but he's been better than Dale Ricky was.
the rookie
So,
quarterback, so
rookie quarterback,
nothing to complain about.
you really can't. Like, he was a Heisman winner. He's a little low on stats right now, but he's 7-4 for touchdown interception. Not a huge ton of, not a big load of passing yards, but at least he's taking care of the ball and he's not lighting up the other team's defense. Like, well, lighting them up, gifting them the ball, rather to say.
Yeah.
4 interceptions through 6 games is understandable. That's all right. I'll take that, especially for rookie. I think he gets like another pass catcher in this room, and he might just unleash this guy. He's really only got one in Jazzcat Jr., I would say right now. So I think he could use a bit more, but I do think he's set up to keep going pretty good. Rayshon Calpary, notably, and Cal Montgomery are both coming off of their contracts next season. Rayshon's going to need a lot of money. We'll just say that right now.
Yeah.
Rayshon's going to need $8 million at least, I think.
Yeah.
He led the league in rushing his rookie season nearly. He got injured last season and lost a lot of production. However, this season he's leading again with 700 yards right now. So like he needs he's going to barely. There are few people right behind him.
Curtis
Sampson's
please
up there.
Get your All-Pro. Please get your first All-Pro.
I want to see Curtis Sampson get that All-Pro, man. I want to see it. But Rayshon is doing real well this season, so he's going to need a big bag. But, I mean, like, Sentries have got so much cap room, he can afford it. Easily. He's at 23 cap space right now. He can afford anything. He could give him the Ernie Gecko contract and not be worried for another 3 seasons.
I would advise against that.
I would too. I wouldn't say I would not give him 14 mil for 8 years, but like you could pay him comfortably like 8 mil and you wouldn't feel a damn thing in your wallet. So, pay the man in the offseason, get him around for a long contract, like hell, I'd even say give him like 10 for 6. Like just pay the guy and pay him for a while. You're going to have him around for a long time.
Mic off.
Stop
Mic
that.
on.
That's not good for your health.
Sorry.
Anyways, on to the north.
On to our final division in the north. The Glaciers, as we just touched on with the Leopards earlier, have blown
just kind
up
of rolled
their
over
team.
and died. They've rolled over and died.
They have.
Anything that they had going for them is on the Leopards.
Yep. However, I do know that these are moves being made in conscious efforts by Trenton O'Dia, new manager, to build his own team, get a bunch of draft capital, and build for the future. Because
do I particularly agree with it as through my own strategies? Would I do that? Probably not, but I can respect it. I respect the move. I respect him trying to do something.
Yes. I respect him getting rid of Ivan Dekolov, the season 1 linebacker. I respect him offloading him for sure. I don't know if I would have traded Ray Bold in the same deal, because that deal alone was worth Ray Bold. But
he did get 2 replacements.
He did get replacements,
each of the players,
so he didn't have to go get like free agents or anything. But he is now in kind of tank mode. He's gonna have some He's gonna have some big capital next season, though. So
basically, their only weapons now are on the Leopards, and they've rolled over and decided to just sit on draft capital.
Yeah,
which is it's fine.
It's fine.
No,
this team,
if that's what they want to do, go for it.
This team has been in stagnation for seasons on end. Something
they've had the
give.
shakiest. They've had the shakiest managing history. They've had, and it's hard for a team to build up and be good when there's nothing stable in the office. But they're good. I think they have a good future. It depends on how this draft goes.
It really does depend on the Season 8 draft, but I do believe that Trenton is in this game for the long haul at this point, and he has made the move to do it. I think this is his team, and he's proving it right here. I think he's going to try and make some big money moves in this next draft. So, while they are in mediocrity right now, sitting at 1-5 and not with a great points, I do think that they're going to be able to turn some things around at some point and hopefully get into a form where they can beat that previous best record of like 3-5 or something. Next, our next team in the North, the Dire Wolves, started so hot and have been on the decline since, unfortunately. They started 1-1. They started 1-2. They started 1-3, I'm sorry. But they started so hot against the Salamanders. They started in a 43-16 game against last year's Super Bowl runner-ups. In an insane game, mind you.
Yeah,
But
I got my butt whooped.
But since then, they fell off. Martin Doria started making mistakes. Their running backs weren't getting as much production. However, they were playing good teams. They had a really hard front end of their schedule. And they were still performing well. So they still are positive. They're at plus 12 right now. 3-3 plus 12. It's possible. They've got a potential to sneak back into this race.
They do.
Their final 2 weeks, they've got the Sentries and Jackals, I believe. No, I'm sorry. They just played the Jackals. I'm sorry.
Yep.
They have the Hoplites, week 8.
Both very winnable games.
Both very winnable games. They could end 5-3, have a decent point differential, and sneak back into these playoffs.
What the heck is it with these other medium teams getting these cakewalk schedules, huh? I'm fighting for my life to sneak in there, and they're just like, oh, here, play these easy teams. Huh?
Dire Wolves had such a hard opener, though. They had the Salamanders, Rhinos, and
apparently
Sabres.
It wasn't apparently the opener
first
for them wasn't that hard.
It was expected to be. It was expected to be. But a big win over they lost to the Emperors, right? Yeah. They lost to the Emperors, then a big win over the Glaciers and the Jackals most recently. Have put them back into contention, and they're back on the up. If Martin Doria can clutch it up to end the season, they can sneak back in. He's got a ways to go. He's only at just under 1,600 yards. But 16-4 touchdowns, interceptions. He's got a shot. He could be he's got a real shot to turn this sucker around. Unfortunately, the next team in the North, the Emperors, also sitting at 3-3, are minus 22, and I don't think they've got as big of a shot. Unfortunately,
they're so unlucky.
They are, and I think we're starting to see the spot where it's at. Kaiser-Atten has been very rough for this team on the backstretch. Kaiser-Atten currently sitting only with 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He's one of few players starting. He's the only full-time starting QB, I believe, to have a worse touchdown interception record. And his passing rating is so far down in the dumps right now. Wes Bone is fighting for his life out here, and his running backs are trying to get the ball up the field, but he just keeps giving the ball away.
You know, I don't know why he's being bad this year, but he just hasn't been good this year, and he is really what has held them back.
It's very unfortunate because I thought Kaiser-Atten was amazing when I first came into the league. But
I agree. I thought he was the best quarterback in his class.
At the time, he was. But since his injury in the tail end of Season 4, he is just he hasn't had the same production. And I think it's showing that injury really was something that's been nagging him a lot longer than we thought initially. And he might be what's holding them back from this playoff appearance. So...
Yeah, well,
do the Emperors move on, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um.
I know
Who
Josh
knows?
has said that they're going to keep him on the team because of
Yes.
what he has
Absolutely.
done for them in the past, and they want to show him respect. But
And,
he may just not start.
and I agree with that move a lot.
Now, on to the most insignificant team, the 6-0 Sabers that no one has been paying attention to. They're not ranked in the power rankings. They're really not getting any attention at all. But yeah, I'll let you take care of it.
Now hold on a moment. Currently, the only undefeated team currently still in the runnings. We are 6-0. We have got the best point differential in the league, and our starting wide receiver is injured currently until playoffs. He went down in week 2, and we are still winning this damn thing.
You know, if you go 8-0, I just want to say I did it first.
I know you did, and I will never take that away. But damn, do I want to be the second, and damn, do I want to be the one who takes it all the way.
No.
EJ Duffy, my QB from season 4, didn't have an all-pro season last year. He's jumping back on his horse. He's up there, number 2 in passing yards. He's got one of the best touchdown to interception ratios right now. What are you raising your hand for?
I would like to say, yes, Draymond Daniels has more passing yards, but he has 2 of the best wide receivers in the league this season. And EJ Duffy, while he doesn't have scrubs as his wide receivers, he has very kind of middle of the pack. Like
I've got the
it's kind
B
of like the
team. I've
yeah,
got
it's
the
kind of like
B
in the
team of
Packers in real
receivers.
life. There's no real wide receiver one. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'd all be really good wide receiver 2 options, but he's just
My
hucking it
leading
out.
my leading receivers right now are Cal Castle, a 4th-round wide receiver from season 4, and Clay Schlesinger, a season 1 tight end. And we, in the middle of the season, had to pick up random guys off the street to get this team into a playable offensive mode. Mark Hafex, random tight end I picked up. He's been solid. He's been all right. Howie Barron, same thing. He's been okay.
God, if only you had a
Like,
Desmond Staller.
I was just thinking the same thing earlier today. I was like, man, if we go back to season 5 draft class, I draft Desmond Saller instead of Barry Crew, what happens with the Sabres?
It's
Do
a great
like
question. I think the best thing is that I did it with your pick.
you did. It was originally your pick.
Oh
They then
yeah, but
traded to me at one point, and I traded back to get Morty Fay from your team. Do I regret that move? No. Do I regret drafting Morty Fay? Or do I draft Morty Fay? Do I regret drafting Barry Crew over Desmond Saller? 100%. I had it in my board that I wanted Desmond Saller, but I decided to try and target my weakness on my team more than draft the guy that I wanted, and it has bitten me in the ass. So, let this be a lesson to managers who have made it this far in the video, like an hour and 20 minutes in, or whatever we're at.
yeah.
Take the guy you want. Don't worry
Or
about,
don't. Or don't. I'll
or
just pick
don't,
him up later.
or don't. Don't worry about what your team needs, unless it's a very glaring issue and you need to like make your roster eligible. Go get the
But
guy
like
you
look
want.
at yeah. It's like the Glaciers right now. So what if there's one guy that you really need? You need people all over. Get the guy you want.
Get the guy you want. That's my advice now to any future drafts. If you've watched this far,
So
get the guy you want.
look at you. You learned. Look at you with your linebackers.
And I did. Instead of taking the 5th overall DB, instead I went and I took the 1st overall linebacker. And guess
This
what?
was not a need at all.
It wasn't a need at all. I got Morris Fowl Kentrell. But you know
Mhm.
what? He's playing good. He might
It's
make
been great.
all rookie team for linebackers, and I'm 6-0. I couldn't be happier. So like, draft to what you want to do. Don't draft to what your team needs, and it might just work out for you.
It sounds like the worst advice ever.
It absolutely is. Don't follow my advice. I give bad advice all the time. But like, I've learned everything through trial and error. Do your own trial and error.
Find what works. Find what works for you. And
Find
stick
what
to it.
works for you. Stick to your guns and all that jazz. And I'm just gonna leave with I am so excited to see the Sabres making playoffs once again and eclipsing our best 5-3 record, guaranteed at least 6-2. I'll see you in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would like to say that stick to your guns unless you're Mateo because he has no guns and chicken legs.
Wow. Damn, I didn't think we were taking shots at managers today.
But it's
In good fun.
he,
Fun.
he probably won't even watch it to hear.
I bet he will.
He probably hasn't even watched any of them.
I bet he
We can't.
has.
He's so weak he probably can't carry a phone to even watch it.
Man, I will say a big upswing for my team has been Lenny Watson.
Yeah,
Kicker.
I mean,
Did I get him I can't even remember if I got him in the third or fourth round.
I think you got him in the fourth.
Charge
He's been
complete.
insanely good for me.
He's been perfect
Like he's been perfect.
so far.
He's 20 for 20 on extra points and like 8 for 8 on field goals. He's been
A little bit jealous.
Oh, amazing. And he just went 4 and 4 on my. He just went 4 for 4 on extra points and 4 for 4 of field goals on my most recent week as well. Like
He's been very good.
I personally, as a football fan in real life, I love good kickers. Like people know, like I've said jokingly or not as a joke, I want a Noah Kim jersey, MSU jersey. I want a Jake Bates Lions jersey. Like no joke, I love kicking because I think it's actually more impressive than people give it credit for. Do I sometimes think it should decide games? Not all the time. At least not like in overtime. But in regulation, like walkout field goals are so cool. So like having a really good kicker on my team right now is like a dream come true. So I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm hoping to carry this through to the end. I would love to get revenge on the Sharks from last season at the end of this week 8. I'd love to go all the way. I would love to win a playoff game against someone other than the Cobras. I just want to build up that team rapport. So I'm excited for the playoff seasons that are coming up quick.
You should get an Adam Vinatieri jersey.
I should get that?
Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri jersey?
Do you not know who Adam Vinatieri is?
Please don't tell me he's our current
Oh.
MSU kicker.
Oh my God! No, he's not. He's retired from the
Okay.
NFL. He's like, I'm just
all-time leading scorer at 22,673 points.
Yeah.
Wow. Holding the NFL records for field goals made, postseason points, and something else I can't see. That's wild.
it's just that he's a nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's
Wow,
52
big kicker
now.
guy didn't know the best kicker in history.
I'm a current kicker fan. 24 seasons with the Patriots and Colts. Wow. He's old.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's a look around the league, and it's shaping up to be really exciting this season. And there's a lot of things that are going to come down to these last 2 weeks for playoff spots, but I am super excited to see what happens after week 7, and we might get a clear picture after that. But
yeah, I need to get to week 8 because I play the
Yep.
Corsairs week 8, and that decides if I get in.
I'm so excited that that's a week 8 matchup because that's always
I'm
a
not.
really good game.
I'm not happy that he put it that late in
Yeah.
the schedule, but
There's going to be so many things decided even in week 8, even without them being divisional matchups, and it's
where's my easy schedule? Huh?
You'll get an easy schedule when you stop making the Jupiter Bowl every season.
I haven't won them.
Doesn't matter. Second place out of 20 is still a really good place to finish.
My lobster's too buttery.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Was the 4.5-star restaurant not good enough for you or something? Like,
No, it wasn't.
sorry, your 2.5 Michelin star wasn't up to standard. But yeah, I mean, it's looking like a really exciting season. I think last season's playoff picture being week 8 divisional matchups was really exciting.
I'm most excited
for
the playoffs because there's 8 teams making it now and there's no first round bye.
And on that note, yes, 8 teams, no bye, 3
3
wild
wild
card
cards,
spots.
5 division winners.
Man, this is so cool. I mean, there is now the potentiality that one day we could send a whole division. Is it going to happen anytime soon? No. It's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. But
The first division that it's going to happen in is going to be, I'm going to say, either the East or the North.
I don't think it's going to be South. I think they're too far behind. The West is like teetering on the edge of a bunch of teams falling back. The Central is really being dragged right now by their bottom. They'd have to hit really hard. The East is looking like they could swing up pretty quick, and the North, if the Glaciers hit, could do it. But it's
not gonna be the poop streak West.
They would have had to do it this season.
Yeah.
And the Admirals are just a little too far behind to do it, I think. But basically what that needs to for that to happen, every team inside division play has to like go even everywhere. Like one team can't win every one of them. And then every team has to win out their out of conference games. It's so hard to do. Like each team has got to be 5-3 at least. Or I mean, it would be insane to see it. Could it happen? Maybe, but it would be very hard. Now, which teams right now have the best chance at sending wildcard spots? I would say the East, the Central, and the West.
I would say that's probably where the wild cards are going to go.
I don't think any division is going to send more than 2 this season. Because even though we're past divisional play, a lot of teams still got some pretty hard matchups. So there's a lot of exciting stuff to still happen. Towers win 1 more, they're locks, I think.
Yep.
Salamanders, they got a chance to go down the stretch and win out, and they're in. Griffins, what's the Griffin schedule like, actually? Last 2 games. Cobras at Griffins. And Admirals at Griffins. Griffins have got a stretch.
Both winnable.
Where they could make it 5-3. Now, they're a little far behind in point differential. But you got to be above 500 nowadays to make it into the playoffs, I think.
Yes.
So, if they get there, that's the first hump. They just got to win well. Tyrants and Jackals.
I don't think they're both making it.
I think the Tyrants are just too far behind at this point. It's either going to be...
And if the Tyrants overtake the Jackals are going to be too far behind.
I mean, the Jackals have got the Jackals are at 34 point differential right now. They've got a decent head start.
The Jackals, if they lose out, I don't think they're going to have enough to make it to a wild card.
That's true. If they lose out, they would go 4-4. And 4-4 is hard to get into playoffs.
Unless you're a division winner, which pretty much only happens in the South.
Mm-hmm. Though, I will say, I think that's going to turn around next season. I think both Jackals and Tyrants take another step forward next season with their rookies developing. Hester Jean, name we heard from one of our more recent drafts.
He got taken a pick right before me, and I was going to take him.
Is looking so good with the Jackals. He is second in tackles right now.
He has 1 sack and 6 forced fumbles.
5, but yeah, in 85 tackles, 6 chaos plays, and he's second in tackles. The next closest is nearly 20 tackles behind. Like, this was a great pick from the Jackals, and you called it way earlier.
Called it.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking. It's looking.
I'm pretty sure good. I literally said before the rookie camp came out.
Bruce Bateman is only 11 tackles behind Hester Jean. It's not organized just quite yet, but he's still a decent, like a full game nearly ahead of next person in tackles,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Yeah, man, I was so close.
Yeah, but I mean, Jackals, they finally look like they're clicking. They've got their
Yep.
culture sorted out.
I think they need another wide receiver.
Hilariously, I don't think you're in the wrong for that one now. I think Onyx and Heath are a great duo. I think you need like a solid number 2 though.
That's what like I'm not saying you need like a superstar wide receiver. I'm saying you need a
Yeah.
solid number 2 guy other than Miller.
Mhm.
Miller's great. He's playing great. Having a great season. I think they just need another solid guy there.
Yeah, I would
And just
agree.
fill in the defensive holes.
Mhm. And maybe a running back on that offense. And their offense is set from there.
They have what Custer.
They've got Arquel Custer and Hendon Marshall, undrafted rookie.
Custer's been pretty all right, I think.
He's been okay, from what I remember. He's been decent. And he's still got a lot of room to grow. He's still only from season 6. So he's still got some room to grow as well. And this defense it's looking good. Like, only let up 122 points. This defense is looking good right now. They've allowed some of the fewest points across the league, in fact. Like,
It's just
there's only
below 500 yards.
a few teams that have let up this many points against them. So,
Now, do I think that part of it is because of their divisional games? Probably, but still an impressive feat.
122 is still impressive. 100%. They have had an easier schedule, and they've got a rough back half, but they're still good improvement from last season, probably regardless. So, I'm liking Jackals a lot right now, and Tyrants are still hitting that steady progression upwards under Will Bushy. Like, Ryan Captain now.
Expect him to.
Ryan Captain has been a little rough this season. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
He's got like 12 to 12 on interceptions and touchdowns, interceptions, and he's been sacked. He might be sacked the most times in the league. He is the most sacked QB in the league right now at 14. But
Wow.
still a 500 record. They're still winning games, so can't be too upset with them.
I need to get Chad Mander his ring.
I mean, they're progressing well. So, Tyrant's defense is pretty darn solid. Their offense
I expect
going
Will to
alright.
hit on at least 2-3 more draft picks
Mm-hmm.
for this upcoming draft because I think he has a decent amount of capital. I think.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot of salary cap at least.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I expect him to hit on a few picks, and I think he's gonna make a trade in the offseason.
He likes to usually. Yeah.
I think I don't think it's necessarily going to be anything huge, but I think it's going to be good. He's going to do something. So, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? How many picks does he have?
Why do some of the things in? Oh my gosh, John, what the heck? Why do some of the names have apostrophes? That screws up my Control F thing. John.
I
He's
think
got
the apostrophes are the ones that are fine.
Or what?
Which ones have apostrophes?
No, like it's Tyrant apostrophe S. Like it's put like a possessive apostrophe.
Oh.
Like he's done it
I was
with
thinking
like
asterisks. Jeez.
No. I'm not sure why he's done this. He's got I think he's got 6 picks in next year's draft.
I expect him to hit probably at least half of those.
Yeah, he doesn't double up until the 2 later rounds, unfortunately, but he's still probably gonna have a higher pick in the first round.
Mhm.
I don't know where he's gonna target, but I could see him hitting, and he's been a good drafter, statistically. So
Yes.
I'm excited to see what Will does.
And
Um. So yeah,
that's that.
yeah. That's the current state of the league. I mean, it's an exciting time right now.
It
And
is. We're just excited for playoffs,
we're
and
so excited for the playoffs.
the league should start moving a little bit quicker now.
We're on winter break. We have finished up finals here at MSU and across most colleges. John has said that he's gonna blitz this sucker pretty hard in the coming weeks or so.
Mhm.
I'm expecting to say that we're probably gonna have a draft class at least finalized before break is over. If not, the draft happening over break. So keep an eye on Discord. Keep an eye on everything because we're gonna hit the end of the season. It's gonna turn around real quick, everybody. We're super excited to get there because the end of this season is shaping up to be real good. The old guard is aging out, and the new guys are coming in, and it is turnovers happening. It's exciting.
Yeah, playoffs is going to be so fun with 8 teams.
Playoffs gonna be so fun with 8 teams. We're back to no buys. We went from 6 to 7 and now to 8. And it's probably going to stay there. I don't think we'll ever see more than 8 teams in playoffs in this league with 20 teams. I just don't see it happening, but
No,
it's a very exciting time now. Anyone's got a shot to make the wild card spot nowadays. You don't have to be the most elite team, but you got to be top 50, which
Yep.
it's hard, but I'm excited. I am very, very, very excited.
kind of weird because there's not really much to talk about other than just kind of what's going on.
Yeah. Um, we could share some of our favorite moments if we want from over the whole JFL seasons and
Season
everything.
3,
Season 3, just as a whole for
my favorite
Brady.
moment. My favorite moment.
Brady's run for Duper Bowl #3 when he won his trophy. Absolutely. Um, I think a very funny moment was Season 4 draft when Charles picked Onyx Portis.
Yes.
And the
Oh my god.
entire
Yeah.
chat
Everyone was just like,
erupted.
ah.
Everyone knew before rookie camps even came out that this guy was amazing. No one else picked him though, and he went all the way down to like the 3rd round, didn't he?
I believe so.
I mean, like everyone saw him as a value pick. No one expected him to be top receiver of his class. And Onyx Portis just like jumped. It's like, whoa.
No, I'm actually gonna go look at that.
Third
that
round, 30,
class
30
again.
third round, 34th overall in season 4. I mean, like that was
draft
just
class.
offensive rookie of the year, and he got an All-Pro. He's only got a single All-Pro, but I think we can attribute that more to the QB inconsistency rather than the player itself. So, the Onyx pick was really cool from my point of view.
I love those picks where it's like, oh,
Yeah, as someone new to the league, yeah, that was a really cool moment. What else was a really cool moment? The mind-boggleness of Ty from the Lancers selling his entire team after
Yeah.
Jupiter Bowl 2 for first-round picks out the wazoo, and then proceeded to whiff on a lot of his season 3 picks, unfortunately, afterwards. He sold everyone for a single like first round pick, and it just it hurts.
mentioned the Poke Cork forced fumble against the Paladins in the playoffs to
Oh
send
my
them to the Jupiter Bowl
gosh, that was insane.
or to
It was
to
the
advance
semis.
them.
They
Yeah,
advanced
to advance
them
them.
to the
Yep.
semis, but the Pokork fumble, never a chaos play in a regular season. Pokork, a
Yep.
hero against what we thought was a dominant Paladins team.
Yep. To knock the
Man.
Paladins out of the playoffs, man.
Wow. That was such an insane moment in call. Everyone erupted. That was crazy. The Pokork
I remember-
propaganda for 2 weeks
Yep.
straight was insane.
I remember Nikki just leaving the call after that, just gone.
He did, yeah. I don't think he came back either. He was just gone.
No, he didn't. He just left.
Speaking of Nikki's first Jupiter Bowl win and having, as I believe, the only like stated and recorded trick play in
Yes,
like
I believe
any
so.
game ever. Jupiter Bowl 1 where oh man, I forget who it was. It wasn't Danny. I need to go back and look at it again.
You don't remember
I'm sorry. It was
the
it was
audacity.
Kerman Paulson
Yep.
on a trick play. I don't know if it's flea flicker or what. Kerman Paulson takes the snap. Was a former QB who then transferred to running back. He takes the snap and passes it to Randall Corlin
For the game-winning
for a
touchdown.
60-yard one-play touchdown. An insane trick play. The only one I've ever seen on a stat sheet, and I think it's the only one we've ever seen of a QB receiving a pass.
I believe so.
Insane that happened in season 1. And we haven't seen it since. And I'm just wondering when we see the next big trick play like that.
Yeah.
Like that's for sure a highlight. How the West got their nickname after sending like a team to almost every Jupiter Bowl. Okay.
No.
Okay.
You don't talk about the poop streak West. Much respect to the West. I'm tired of being one of the only people
Yeah.
that like combat.
I know.
At
I don't like it
the
either,
games.
but like it's earned. It
It
sucks,
is
but
so very earned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you were useful at all, you could have helped try and defend it. But
I've been 5-3 and I've made playoffs every season I've been a manager. What do you want from me?
to not lose to me in the playoffs,
What does that have to do though? If you lose in the playoffs, like what else?
well, I've obviously not been very good at defending anymore. So
Wait a minute. Have they been in every Jupiter Bowl?
I believe so.
They have. Son of a bitch. Let season 7 be the first where they're not.
Because it was what it went Paladins Lancers, right?
Yep. Paladins, Lancers,
And Lancers
Sharks.
Sharks,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was Salamanders Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
What was season 4? Leopards Paladins.
Mm-hmm. The wild
Um,
underdog Cinderella run of the Leopards.
Yep.
That year.
Season 5 was Corsair Salamanders. Season 6 was Salamanders and the Gerald Sims.
And the Gerald Sims.
And then season 7. So
yet to be written.
No. do I make another
Salamanders
do
and
I
the
make
Sims.
do I make another run to lose?
Get the hat trick. Get the hat trick.
Hat-trick!
Man, that's kind of it's so insane to
It's
think about.
it's kind of funny.
Statistically speaking, like the East has sent a large amount of people to the Jupiter Bowl at this point now as well, I guess.
Leopards,
Leopards and Salamanders.
Salamanders.
Four of six. 4 of 6 appearances.
And then the South has other 2, which is crazy to
Yep.
say. But they were in the South at that point, I don't think.
At the time there weren't divisions.
That is correct.
Divisions didn't come around until season 3. And then they got realigned in season 5 with the expansion teams
Mhm.
once again. And
Yeah, it's
they're
just-
probably going to stay the way they are for a long time. I don't see them changing anytime soon. Because John has been adamant that we're probably not going to add any more over 20 teams. It's just too much work, unfortunately.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. And it feels a bit more
I would-
tight knit and like a small good community with less teams as well.
Yes.
The more people you introduce, you start to get less personal, and sometimes that's not as good. But
And it makes it easier to keep a full roster of managers with less people.
Yes, exactly. We've already been having some troubles, unfortunately, at 20 teams. Um, some of the teams with the most turnover, the Glaciers, the recency of Hoplites, have gone through 3. Um, who else has been a bit of a revolving door? Um, actually, I'm not sure if anyone
Glaciers,
else.
Hoplites,
Um,
um,
Admirals are on their second string now, I think.
Lancers were kind of there and
Lancers for a
there.
minute, yeah. Lancers were Ty for a long time, but Ty was in and out. And then it
Um,
was one person for like a draft, maybe. But then
yeah,
they're gone
that they
pretty
didn't even.
quick. Yeah. And now we're on to their third one. The Sabres had a turnover from their inaugural season to season 4. Myself coming in. The
That
Griffins.
worst. Oh, that was one of the worst moments in the league.
What? When?
Tristan coming in.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if the Griffins had a manager before Ben, or if they just kind
They
of
did.
they
They
did.
did.
Okay,
They were not
not very
um
active. I'm guessing.
active at all until Ben came in.
Yeah, and Ben's been around a lot. He's not
Ben's been
always the
good.
most like active in chats, but we know
He's good.
that from experience, Ben is very active with checking the website and everything.
Shout out
So
to Ooga Booga McChicken.
what?
If you know, you know, Tristan.
I guess I don't.
Love you,
Um,
Ben.
um,
East Bros.
the Direwolves had a turnover.
Yep.
I can't remember their first person now, unfortunately. It is now Mateo. Who
Mhm.
is their first manager?
Titus.
Titus, right. He, oh my gosh, he left in season 4? I thought he stuck
Let's
around
see
later
what.
than that.
Let's see what teams have had only one manager. Corsairs, Rhinos, Sharks, Salamanders,
Salamanders, technically, yeah.
Paladins,
Yeah. Emperors have only had Josh.
Emperors, true,
Um,
Jackals,
the Leopards.
Leopards, yep,
Sentries have only had
Sentries,
Gavin. The Cobras have only had Ryan.
Cobras, Tyrants.
Tyrants,
So,
no. I don't think
oh yeah, that's right.
they had the
Oh my
initial
God,
person draft, but then he stepped
yes,
down
I
right
remember. I
away.
remember because
Actually, no. I
he
don't
might
think
as
he was
well have
even.
not even
I don't
he
think he
might as
made
well
the
have not even
draft.
been in there. But
I don't think he made the original manager made the draft. So,
no, but yeah, no, that's crazy.
do Kingfishers have only original?
Yep,
Okay, I
no,
thought so.
they've
No,
had multiple. They've had multiple.
no. It's only been Colts. They didn't have a manager for
Nope,
season 1 and 2. It says on the
nope,
pages.
wrong.
Really,
They had someone else.
the page doesn't mention them at all. Huh.
They had someone else for a little bit.
Okay. Um.
At least I'm like 99% sure they were actually hired and not just
Okay.
part of.
But yeah, there have been some teams with a lot of turnover, but we've got some pretty active people in this league nowadays.
It's great to have a little community.
It is. It really is. I can say that this has been like one of the best parts of my year is joining this league and like being able to interact with everyone in this league. Like the past like not 8 months. No, about 8 months. That I've been in the league. This has been like one of my best hobbies, bar none. Like, I mean, hell, I bought a hat with my team's logo on it. For fuck's sake, I mean, for a random online simmed football league, this thing
That no one
is
cares about but
that no
us.
one but us even knows about. That we've now gotten search results into Google
Yep.
is crazy. Like, and maybe it's because we already interact with these pages, we're seeing them high up on our Google search results. But like, it's so cool to see that this thing has grown into something this big in just 1 year. And we've gone
It's
through 6.5 full seasons in a 1 calendar year. Like, that's insane.
I remember making my first draft ice fishing.
It's it's so crazy to think that like after a calendar year, some of like these players that we've known and like stay in our heads forever are gonna start retiring soon.
I'm
It's
not
so
ready.
scary. I'm not either. I've got season one guys on my team that I love,
How
and
many do you
like
have?
I've got like three or four.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but like for this
I've got a
beast,
bunch of
it moves
season
so
ones and
quick.
twos.
Yeah, it moves so quick that
I still have my whole season two draft on my team.
yeah, you do. Like that season two was crazy for you. 100%. That was an insane draft.
It's a great draft.
It was a great draft. That might be one of the best drafting we've seen, probably. But I mean,
I
this
just got lucky.
this league is something special. Like even
Yeah,
though
it is.
it's almost all luck in drafting
Yep.
or whatever, the moves afterwards for trades and whatnot, sometimes they work and
Mhm.
sometimes they don't. It's almost just a educated gambling, but like man, it's
Yep.
something special. But we are now at an hour and 47 on my recording.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really
Yeah.
have anything else to talk about.
I
We've just
think
kind of been yapping,
yeah, unfortunately I don't think I've got much else to say either.
other than Mateo put some meat on your bones.
Hey, I know the
I
struggles.
don't, I don't,
I can't
I don't,
either.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm throwing shade at Mateo,
I don't either.
but
But
I just decided to.
as a
You're
final
safe. Hey Owen, you're safe for this video.
as a final send off to all JFL managers, both past, present, and future, thank you so much for watching Around the JFL episode 5. Have a wonderful, happy holidays, and we will see you guys hopefully in the playoffs and for next season's draft. Take care.
And